Trish has a autoimmune type problem. It's gradually got worse to the point where she can hardly move around. She's had 50 operations to try and hold the sort of the bones together and replace various bits. It's meant that the sort of social life that most people accept, going out to dinner with family, going out to going on a holiday somewhere, is a rare occasion as a family. I feel rather guilty if I go out for a social occasion and I leave Trish home.
Being young, I didn't really know much about it at all. You're in a wheelchair and something's wrong with you. And now I know obviously what it's all about, but before I didn't really have any idea at all. I knew it wasn't normal, that's for sure, because your mother doesn't spend days and days on end in bed.
I can't really remember a time when Mum wasn't really crook. You kind of have to adjust and accept what normality is, if you like. So, not having your mum around to do things, or having to come home, or actually make dinner for your parents when you're young is kind of a bit of a bit of a leap forward for someone young, under the age of 15 or something like that. When I first learned to drive, the first sort of thing that I did was, take Mum to hospital.
Sometimes on a Saturday night you'd be like, oh, well, let's go out, boys. The boys will ring you up, come on, we go. But you'd end up saying, no, I can't, guys. Mum's too sick, Dad's away.
There are times when Trish has not been able to come to various functions. The ultimate, I guess, has to be Luke's graduation, which was very traumatic for all of us.
I struggled a little bit through uni and everything, and I finished my double degree in 2009. It was kind of like a very proud moment, if you like, and yeah, she wasn't able to be there for that because of the way she was suffering too much, couldn't manage to come out. Yeah, it was a pretty tough day.
Most of the time she actually hasn't been to any of our sporting events or anything like that. I remember going for my black belt in Taekwondo. She couldn't come for that. And that was probably the most heart-wrenching point of the whole thing, is because I'd worked my ass off for that. 5 years of intense training 2 times a week just to get to the point where you've achieved something, and then have your mother not rock up. It's heartbreaking. She was able to get to the wedding and she struggled through it, bless her, but it was a 45-degree day. 45-degree day for someone who sweats when it's 12. She was an absolute wreck afterwards, but she said, by God, I'm getting up for this. And she did, and she was a wreck for the next 3 days. What I see the most is the pain in her eyes, trying to get through the day, trying to be as normal as possible, but there's the pain in your eyes that's behind them.
There was a time a few years ago when she was getting the medication she required and was able to do things. She started uni again and started doing a Bachelor of Arts, and it gave her something to do rather than watch telly all day or sleep or because of pain.
When the Drugs and Dependence Unit came under DARSA, the problem was that everyone was then considered a drug addict, and therefore we've got to get you off it. And so irrespective of what the doctors are saying, your medication is reduced.
It sort of seems like it's about the same or getting worse because of the fact that this medication's been taken away. I think it's gone from having her full amount of medication to about 40% now, which is atrocious. It's like saying, well, if you need one Panadol tablet to help you with feeling sick with a headache or something, well, we're going to only give you 40% of that. You're still going to have the headache, aren't you? If you're a South Australian and you've got some kind of illness, your doctor can't actually prescribe you the correct medication if you need it. So if you are in a car accident, you hurt yourself to the point where you're immobilised, and you can get the opiates you need to actually work and look after your family, you can't do that. There is no allowance for your doctor to actually look after you as a patient. And it's only in South Australia.
I like to see Mum get the medication she needs, and the treatment, and the dignity mean the world, really. For Mum, personally, but you know the flow-on effects, you know, just to me and my family would be, you know, tremendous. You know, yeah, it's tough. Yeah, it's tough.